Good evening, everyone. Welcome to each of you on this very special evening of celebration for these members of our senior class. In the poignant words of the anthem Omnia Sol, which we will hear in just a few moments, somewhere far from nowhere you've grown both strong and tall, longing to become and knowing not the path at all, but the footprints of winter melted to fields of spring. So, one last embrace before you cross the threshold to life. We sing. Seniors, see and know this moment marks a turning point in your education and significantly your life. Recognize and savor these moments, aware of their worth and the very gift that is your life. As you sit here, full-hearted, I hope, eager to finally walk out through these chapel doors and onto commencement tomorrow and into your lives, I stand here like so many of us who have been and will always think, anyway, that we're your teachers at Pomfret, filled mostly with hope and also a little angst. That comes with parenting. Because adulthood brings into fuller view the spectrum of life and the nature of reality that this world is wild and wonderful, beautiful and ugly, predictable and incredibly uncertain, painful and joyful, and so many other things too. Nearly every morning when my children were young enough to rush out through the front door of our house and catch the bus for elementary school, I tried to be present enough in those brief moments to say something important to them, something that would ground them and give them a boost of confidence for whatever the world brought that day. And this moment feels a lot like those moments, and we all need a little encouragement. So listen one more time to this call to worship, as what I'm about to say might be a synthesis of everything I've ever said to you within these walls, and I want to say them out loud so that these become your last words for now as you leave the Clark Chapel. You have a great capacity to love and be loved. And our world needs lovers. There's more than enough hate. So whenever you're grateful, whenever you're kind, whenever you're generous, whenever you work to forgive, as often as you smile and say hello or goodbye and thank you, as you so often have here, every time you lift the spirit of another person, love grows. And in the words of the late Helen Keller, the world is moved along, not only by the mighty shoves of heroes, but also by the tinier pushes of each honest worker. That's you, honest workers. So our prayer is that you will lean into the work of love in your lives with everything you've got, one tiny push at a time.
Please stand and join in our gathering hymn, Hymn to Joy.
Joyful, joyful, we adore you, God of glory, God of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the storms of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. All your works rejoice around you, earth and heaven reflect your rays. Stars and angels sing around you, center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, vale and mountain, flowery meadow, flashing sea, chanting bird and flowing fountain, teach us what our praise should be. us how to love each other, by that love our joy renew. Mortals join the mighty chorus, which the morning stars begin. Boundless love is reigning o'er us, reconciling race and clan. Ever singing, move we forward, faithful in the midst of strife. Joyful music leads us onward in the triumph song of life.
Please be seated.
I offer these words as our prayer entitled Leaving is Beginning. Leaving is not simply leaving, not only goodbyes, farewells, and benedictions over a time of life that is now finished. Leaving is also beginning. It is hello saying. It is greeting the new dawn which struggles behind the darkened clouds of farewell, the dawn being born in brightness and beauty, enhanced by the clouds of yesterday, still lingering in farewell. Beginning and ending are together the moment of dawn, stretching the moment our lives take wing and move from place to place, from people to people, from task to task. Ending, beginning, changing, becoming is the place where we dwell in God. Amen.
A reading of Psalm 121. These words are carved into the woodwork around the perimeter of this chapel. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh even from the Lord, who hath made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, and he that keepeth thee will not sleep. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord himself is thy keeper. The Lord is thy defense upon thy right hand, so that the sun shall not burn thee by day, neither the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, yea, it is even he that shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth forevermore.
For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time for war and a time for peace.
If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. And now, hope and love abide, these three, and the greatest of these is love.
Strong and tall.
Please join me in prayer. Gracious God, we offer our gratitude for all the gifts of our lives. May we sense your presence through these moments of this day and in the faces and the lives of these students we gather to honor and celebrate. Our prayer is for them, thanksgiving for their health, their accomplishments, and their unfolding sense of purpose in the world that awaits them. Bless them as they leave our school community and lead them forward with your deep, mysterious, urgent calling to make of their lives something extraordinary, lives that will carry hope, peace, and love out into the world, wherever they may go, as long as they live. We offer this prayer in the spirit of love and say together the words that Jesus asked friends to pray when together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
And I invite all who are able to stand for the words of benediction. As we prepare to leave this time and place together and go out and on with this great celebration, I offer these familiar words to all of you, and you in particular, seniors, that you carry these words with you as you go. Dear friends, we know that life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. So be swift to love and make haste to be kind. And may the blessings of God, Creator, Redeemer, and Holy Comforter go with us now and always. Amen.